Hello everyone, welcome back to another podcast. So I decided to stream today, maybe for an hour, maybe less. Um, yes, so I thought it was important to discuss about keeping positive vibes, keeping positive attitude. I know it's very difficult, the situation that we're in at the moment. It's mental. Um, yes, so I decided to start streaming and I'm open to discussion to elaborate on any subjects that you guys might have, on any academic subjects, any social issues, anything that might cross your mind that you want to discuss. If you're feeling isolated, stressed, having anxiety, or just want to discuss about anything, I'm here. We're not going to watch any videos today. Um, Yeah, so I think we're just going to. Hello, hello, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Um, I'm good. I'm good. Trying to stay positive. Um, yes, I'm avoiding going outside. Yes, but other than that, I'm happy. I'm good. Very good. How are you guys? How are you feeling? Hello, hello. What are you guys up to? Yes, yeah. Um, I'm trying to avoid watching news too much because it can become very stressful, and especially if you're suffering with different health issues, maybe depression or anything like that. It could be stressful watching news because it is so much negativity and stuff like that. London Gamer, so good to see you. Thank you for the ride. Thank you so much. I wasn't aware that you're still streaming. How are you? How have you been? I sent you a few messages on Discord. I don't think you've got them. Um, Good to hear from you. Um, is it still cutting off? Oh, wait, I'm going to try and adjust a few things. Just a second, please. Hopefully this will. Is it still cutting off? I think we're good now. Alright. Um, Now, is that a yay or nay? Your first stream in 8 months, wow. So you're getting back to. I was wondering the whole time what happened to you, if you're okay, um, if you had any issues with, I don't know, people, something happened, or. No, no, I just started as well. I moved, and I'm just testing actually the internet on this property to see if it's if it's reliable. Hello, Akri. Hi, I remember you. How are you? Yes, I'm just testing to see if this connection is good, if it's streamable, if you can do anything with it, actually. Okay. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm very good. I'm very good. I'm just trying to see what else I could adjust here so it doesn't cut off anymore. Is it, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is this really basic? It's scuffed stream anyway. On the beginning, I'm trying to make it look okay, at least decent. Um, yeah, yeah. So today was your London Gamer was your first stream today. How was it? Did you had a good number of viewers? Did you had any interesting conversations? I look handsome. I don't know if when you see me before. Thank you very much. Thank you. I need to get a haircut actually, but it's just everything is locked down, so you can't really get one. Sadly, I had long hair. I'm always used to having it short, so more comfortable. Um, well, also fingers crossed. Hopefully, I don't have any regular watchers. No, maybe one or two. It's just that I haven't really streamed that often. Um, one time per week, maybe less than that. I've been busy with moving out and stuff, and yeah. But okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. I'm actually just a second trying to. Well, I don't know about that. It's a bit controversial because you see a lot of discussion about the pandemic on the TV. I'm not sure if people want to discuss it, want to see the same thing, and over discuss it. But of course, if anyone wants to discuss about anything, I'm open to analyze it and elaborate on any topic actually. As you can check the streaming title. GTA 5. Oh, I've been playing it for I don't know 3 years, 4 years now. I'm very familiar with it. It's one of my favorite games actually. It's amazing. I have everything on it. Properties, businesses, all the cars you can imagine. No, I'm a bit. I'm not on any of those servers. I'm enjoying the game as it is online, and rarely, very rarely on story mode. Hello, Ricardo. Hi. My stream is about variety, about discussions, about anything that we want to feel about discussing. I don't know how to put my words together. Yeah, it's just a regular podcast discussing on any subjects you can imagine. Feel free to bring any subjects. Of course, it's fun. Why wouldn't we? Definitely. Yeah, so sometimes I game, sometimes I react to YouTube videos, and sometimes I do streams like this where I'm just open to conversations, pretty much. Yeah, so let me know what you want to discuss, if anything bothers you, if you're not happy about, I don't know, some customer service, if you interacted with recently, or just anything. Yeah, me too. Me too. So, yeah, I'm open to elaborate on whatever we want to talk about. How many days only what? Is the internet, I mean, is the stream still cutting off, guys? Can you see me here? I don't, no, no. It's even more difficult now to get one, especially with this situation that we're in. But not at the moment, no. Free as birds. I thought there'll be more than one girl. You referring on this planet, or who's Sandy? Okay, right. I know one Sandy. I highly doubt you were referring to the same one. But I'm not really good with technology either. I'm a bit of a boomer, so I'm doing my best. I'm trying to um, learn and use it at its best. Filter for a bit. Dang it, that's too bad for me. When my chat was deleting on one of those streams, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, that was strange. I think I remember Sandy actually. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm just happy to be streaming, to be honest. I haven't done a lot of this previously. I always wanted to do, so I'm just happy that I can do this. I really like talking, communicating in general. I'm not one of those people who talk continuously about nonsense. I'm just interested in learning new things and knowing people and possibly helping with anything, with advice in any areas that you guys might need. So yeah, feel free to open any discussion you want. There's trying to keep it as positive as possible, obviously, and I don't know. There's a very little limitation on subject. Is this stream still going on? Is it skipping frames? Oh, I will if he's streaming regularly. I will definitely. How you guys have been? I haven't spoke to you in quite a while, quite a few months. I think it's been nearly 1 year, I think. 8 months, yes. Feels like it's been like 1 year. It's been a long time. Oh, I missed you even more. I missed you even more than that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So tell me about you guys. What are you guys into? What are your passions? What do you like to discuss about? Is there anything that have you seen on TV? Anything in the news that got your attention, or I don't know. I just started streaming. I don't have anything. I don't even have the alert set up. Nothing. I just started it now. Pizza. Nice. Reminds me of that thing when you say the word chocolate, but say it slowly so it sounds better, like chocolate. I am Romanian, and I've been in London, UK for about 12 years now, I think. Yeah. Lived in Greece, in Athens for 6 years. Speak Greek quite well. And yes. Cool. If that's what you're into, if that's what you like. Sure. I'm convinced that's a lot more than that going on, but yeah. No way, you are not Romanian. You're not. Come on, you're just saying that. Poggers? How cool is that? So are you or are you not Romanian then? Oh yeah, yeah. I think we're like neighbors on the continent somehow. I mean, maybe not neighbors, but I know we're close. Yeah. How about everyone else? How are you guys? How is everyone? What have you been up to? I know you're supposed to stay in, but have you guys found any new hobbies, or you have free as well? Any activities that you started doing indoors maybe, or I don't know. Tell me, I want to know. I want to know. Walking distance. Cool. Is that a video game? Hunting ducks. She's single. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I will. Hopefully it's legal. You won't get in trouble. Thank you, Ricardo. Appreciate that. Running after ducks. I mean, that has to be fun. I don't know if you can beat that. You can do anything more fun than that. Maybe running after pigeons in the park or somewhere. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Must have been an intense workout, I bet. Well, burning calories, that counts. That's good. Healthy. Well, you said hunting, so that kind of involves. You get what I mean. Who's Natasha? Triple baby, what? What? Okay. What? Why is that? Can can be a challenge, I can bet. Can you guys hear any like ambient music or anything like that? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Someone was saying earlier about GTA 5. I think it was Akri. Do you play GTA 5? You on the servers, or do you do the roleplay thing? GTA 5. Oh, that's bad. The name of what? Who's what? Where? Yeah, I remember it was one. Was it? I don't think it was Natasha. I forgot, but it was a guy in your chat, London, and he was pretending to be your mom, something like that. If I remember right, it's going slightly into an awkward area. If I remember right. I'm very glad to have you guys here. I wasn't expecting at all to have Wade from London gamer. Very happy to have you guys here. Appreciate it a lot. Can you not close other programs or browsers maybe? So you can just have Twitch, or maybe just the app, or maybe one tab with Twitch. There's a big silence. What else have you guys been up to? Playing any new games maybe? Oh, have you checked that Valorant new game that everyone is playing? What do you think about it? It seemed a bit interesting, but I haven't really. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to try it. It seemed a bit like a combination between Counter-Strike and Overwatch, or Counter-Strike and Apex, maybe? It's just like Counter-Strike with superpowers. I don't know. It seemed really interesting, but not really to. I think it's free to play, is it? Or do you buy it? I forgot. His graphics were a bit basic. So, what other activities have you guys engaged in lately? You started a new passions indoors maybe, or what, exercising? Have you guys been exercising? You need to burn a few calories and stay healthy. It's very important for your body, for your mind. Tell me, just want to know, want to discuss, want to hear from you. It's still cutting off. Is it still cutting off? Is it live? I'm not even sure. Okay. Can't see any new messages in chat. Is this thing on? Where did everyone go? We're having a good, interesting discussion. Let's see. Let's try this. It's very good to see you. Yes, I'm gonna have to test that next time. Is it cutting off? Is it clear? I have quite a decent internet connection, so we should be able to stream in 1080p, but I'll have to test both 720 and the other one. We'll see how that goes. I'm just a bit confused about bitrate because I'm not sure. I'll keep changing it to not cutting off for you. Okay, that's good. That's good. Keep playing with the bitrate, so I'm not even sure what to keep it at. I have it at the moment on 1200, so I'm not sure. It was earlier on 2000. Oh, okay, I see. How have you been? I haven't seen you streaming that often lately. Have you been busy? What have you been up to? How are you coping with the situation, with this mad situation? Have you tried that Valorant game? I've seen others playing it. What do you think about the gameplay? Graphics, mechanics? $3,500. Okay, yeah, that's, I mean, it's either that or 4,000, because I know you're supposed to be partnered to have 6,000 and above to stream on. Busier than usual. Is there a lot of sales going on, or hope you can stay safe and wear some protective equipment and not put yourself in any danger. Valorant is the game that everyone's playing. I'm not sure if you've seen it, you've seen others playing it, if you've seen the gameplay. Seems interesting. It's like a combination between Counter-Strike and Apex, or Counter-Strike and Overwatch. It's just basically like Counter-Strike with superpowers. Graphics I wasn't impressed with, but it seems okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's free to play or you pay for it. I tried getting on the website where you have to create an account and then you can play for free maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. We haven't checked like the gameplay or to see how it is, maybe? Yeah, I've seen some mental numbers, viewers numbers on people playing it, the big names as you say. It was, is that like a record? I'm not even sure. What was the biggest viewers numbers that you guys seen in top streamers? I've seen, I think it was Summit having like um 20, 100,000, 22. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm trying to adjust it well so it doesn't cut off anymore. Right. It says dropping frames 7.5%. Yeah, so as you guys can see the name of the in the title of this stream, feel free to bring in any discussions, anything you want to talk about. If you're not happy with anything, if you're stressed, if you feel isolated, if you want to discuss about anything, cars, games, any academic subjects, social issues, any news that you've seen lately that you thought it was interesting or maybe wanted to talk about it or just anything, let me know. Okay. The video's still cutting off. Beetroot juice. Dude, that sounds really good actually. I always like beetroot. I haven't tried it. There's not a lot of that type of flavor juice around, is it? To buy. I would like to try it though. Must be really good, isn't it? Have you tried it? What brand did you buy? Why not? What do you think is that? Is it taste? Is it the price? Maybe. I imagine tastes quite not quite nice. I remember seeing, where was it? It was one of the big supermarkets. It was Sainsbury. Was it Mazda? Where was it? I seen beetroot juice. I remember seeing somewhere. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's like to be expected anyway. Definitely. I can imagine some people panicking, not knowing why. How did you find it? Did you like it? Did it have a good taste? Is it drinkable? I haven't seen many brands out there selling it. Yeah, definitely, definitely. But I also like it. I used to drink. This is something I really liked when I was young. My auntie used to cook beetroot soup. That was so tasty. That was so refreshing. Highly recommended. If you know how to cook it, or if you want to Google a recipe or something and cook it, that's very refreshing and very healthy and very tasty. 3 pounds for a liter, 1 liter. That's expensive. Okay. Will you buy again? I don't know about that because as a vegetable, I think it's a vegetable, isn't it? It's quite juicy, so I don't know. You'll think so, but I'm not sure to be honest. But it's healthy and I like the taste of it. I'll definitely try it at some point. I'll check next time when I'm going to the supermarket, see if there's any available. It should be because not many people go crazy for it, I imagine. Here's something crazy I tried once. There was peanut butter juice. I've seen it when in Asda, like little boxes, and tasted quite good. It was too sweet actually. It was too sweet, but it was tasting okay. It's like milkish, like milk type of thicker type of juice. But it's like a rare thing, and I thought it was like I know it was like 1 pound or under 1 pound. I'll try it. I'm always up for trying new things. I even have here aloe vera juice. That's really good, healthy. I like it. Always joking not to contain too much sugar. And what other juice? I'm not really drinking that many healthy drinks, but I'm trying to keep like a balance between. There's another thing that was healthy again. What was it? Another juice. Oh, coconut water. That's really good. It's like Marmite. Some people like it, some people don't. You either like it or you hate it. But I've drank for quite a few years now. I really like it. Really enjoy it. Coconut water. It's very good. It's decent price. Always buy like 1 liter. I think where was it that I normally buy? Asda, I think. Yeah. And also Lidl has for £1.50 1 liter, and it's 90% or 100% coconut water. So I highly recommend that. Very healthy, keeps you hydrated. There was some conspiracies talking about when I researched it last time, mentioning fats in coconut water, that they're of high concentrated fats, something like that. But it's nothing serious. I doubt that. I mean, you have to be like an exception to have something happen to you because of high fats levels in coconut water. No, it's the polysaturated fats that are the bad ones, isn't it? Monosaturated are the good ones. Yeah, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Remember, I was in college nutrition. One of the subjects. It was really interesting, fascinating. Can you hear that? Sorry about that. I live over next to the main road, so I hear a lot of ambulances, police, sirens. Sorry about that. You would have this window closed here. It's from the bathroom. Sorry about that. Not much I can do about it. But yeah, healthy drinks. Try to keep a balance between easy drinks and healthy ones. I'm just thinking of what other. Oh, I remember one guy saying to me that you can put like bottle of hello Saints, how are you? You from Germany? Should I take it? How are you today? Yes, it has been. 2 days ago, yesterday, I went out in shorts and t-shirt. I had some business. I went on my bicycle, cycling. I had to do some important stuff because I'm trying to isolate. I'm completely healthy. I'm just trying to avoid going out and interacting with people outside. But it's been hot. It's been like summery, like 25 degrees Celsius around there. But it's been very nice and sunny, like summer day. Oh, you're from Cologne. That's nice. How are you? How are things there? How are you coping with the situation? Are you allowed to go on the streets? I know there's a few countries in Europe where you need paperwork to be able to go out, to go to work, um, and there's people taking it very seriously as they should, giving fines to um, people going outside. Let me know if there's anything that you want to discuss about any subject or anything that you've seen in the news or just anything that pops into your mind. Just let me know. Any games that you tried? If you want to talk about cars, any academic subjects, astronomy. As you can see, the Northern Lights. Just anything that you want to discuss about. Try to avoid watching the news as often as I used to watch them. I try to limit it to once a day. It's a lot of depressing news being presented, so just trying to keep it keep an eye on your well-being, and I get stressed or feel bad with all this thing going on. Can you guys hear any sound? There's like some ambient type of melody going on, which I might sound sweet. Why is my voice so unclear? Sounds strange. I'm gonna try to speak clearer than this, and less like a robot. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Is it an app? An alert? I need to learn to set up my alerts and all the features of Streamlabs, Stream Elements. Sorry, I'm a bit of a boomer. I'm not very knowledgeable into streaming in general. Okay, I see, okay. Sounds good, sounds interesting. I'll check it out after the stream. How's the game that we normally play, we used to play? You play a lot more than me, Casino Royale. How is it? Any updates, anything new? How do you enjoy it? I've been playing lately a bit more of Ring of Elysium. They changed the map, but it's definitely very fun, very interesting. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? Yeah. Okay. What are is it any new weapons? Don't think they're short of weapons, but more updates have they been applying? I haven't played in a while. I think it's been 3 weeks, maybe longer. I've tried lately I've tried Need for Speed Heat. always been to Need for Speed franchise. Can we call it franchise? I think so. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that's very good. Yes, I came across. Yeah, I know. I know he's been talking about. He's quite proud of those playlists that he's been doing, been working on, and I'm pretty sure they're very good content. I haven't got to try them, but it's interesting because you don't get copyrighted. Yeah, yeah, I know. That's very interesting. That definitely deserves looking into. So we're talking about updates on Cuisine Royale. I noticed there was on the Steam list. It was appearing as getting updates on. I've done a few on Cuisine Royale. Just not really aware of the which ones are what's new. That's okay. Don't worry. How are things in Cologne? Is it how serious is it? Are you able to go out? Yeah, I know. I know it's changed with most games, even with I'm not. I don't even know why I'm saying it, even with Ring of Elysium, they're fixing things, and there's many other even more serious things and I mean aspects that they need to fix, like going up in a mountain. Sometimes it's glitching or jumping on things or just mechanical minor stuff that they haven't really. I don't know why they fixing things that are not even that serious comparing to others that they should pay more attention to. Oh, okay, that's good. Do you live like in a city or more like countryside? Because if you're countryside, then you have more space to go on your own and do more things probably, or I don't know. If you're in a city like a capital, maybe you're more cramped and more crowded, so you're not really. It's more, getting more challenging to keep a social distance. That's very nice. Just have to be very careful. Wear a mask or, I mean, gloves as well, wherever you can, just to protect yourself and keep a distance with people and stuff. I noticed here in London, there's like half of the people keeping distance, half people don't really care. Can be a bit annoying, but you can only try your best. Sometimes I tell people to keep some distance because we need to wake them up because they're still in their in cuckoo land, most of them. It's been, I think it's been nice all over the Europe last days, like summery weather. Love summer. Love wearing shirts, t-shirts, so comfy. Is the video still cutting off? I need to drop a resolution next time. I mean, when I'm going to stream and test it with 720 or 1020p. I do like astronomy. It's a fascinating subject. It's very interesting just looking out and observing this magnificent universe that we live in. Like what kind of theories? I don't know about the last one. Sounds a bit unrealistic. But yes, gravitation is no. We know what gravitation is, and we've been pretty good at trying to measure it. I know that we have 9.7 on our planet, but the most difficult question in the whole universe for everyone on this planet to answer is a three-letter question: is why. We know how things happen, most of them, the way they function. We put scales on most of them, but we don't understand why they function the way they do, why they happen, why they behave that way. That's something that is a lot more difficult to answer. I'm a big fan of astronomy. I haven't really practiced much lately. I've bought myself a telescope, a really nice and thick one, so you can see a bigger picture. But I put it to the side lately because I've been busy with other things. But it's fascinating, especially if you live in a place where it's preferably outside city, in countryside, where there's less pollution, less light pollution, and that's like the best conditions to have a nice and clear sky, so you can observe most celestial objects. There was 2 days ago, I think. When was it? When the pink moon came out. It was really nice. I haven't seen it, but I've just seen pictures of it. I was aware of the event. It wasn't very visible from here, from London, actually. But I was just speaking earlier with someone, and they were telling me how nice and a lot bigger than normally the size of it, and it was really pinkish and nice and clear from a different part of this continent, from Europe. What about you, Mystery? Are you into astronomy? Do you find it interesting? Is there anything that you like, anything in particular, or is it one of those things that doesn't really, you don't find it that fascinating? Just pretend you didn't hear this. Saint, have you studied astronomy? Are you into it? Do you have a telescope? Do you like watching the sky or observing? Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Well, some people pretend to know who banged it. I mean, the Big Bang. but yeah, there's no, as far as we know, there's no, obviously no edges to the universe that we don't think in the next 2 or 3 thousand years we're going to find an age or anything to the universe. But it is something interesting. um, we know more about the oceans than the universe. I mean, as you expected, since there's no edge to the universe, you don't know how big it is. But I know we study about 5% of the oceans, which is very little. But we can't really put a percentage on the universe of how much we know of it, since we don't know how big it is. Yeah, I mean, that's quite a reasonable thing to believe. It sounds very rational, and yeah, I mean, it's, you can't really be very precise since we don't know that much about it. Um, but I don't know, I still find it very interesting how all the laws of the universe were built or made in specific, very specific frequency, so that everything functions the way it functions in this universe. Because on this planet, for example, everything is the conditions of it are made perfectly for living organisms to exist on it. So I don't know if that's accidental or is it not. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm not very knowledgeable in that area, but it definitely sounds interesting. I remember watching before Stephen Hawking passed away. He was doing a few TV shows. I think he's made 2 seasons, 1 season of a TV show called Genius. I don't know if you've seen it, but I highly recommend it. And he was testing the curvature of the planet with laser across, across body of water, massive lake. And there's so many other things he was testing like scientifically. And I highly recommend it, watching that TV show. It's called Genius with Stephen Hawking. Very fascinating. The M theory, that's something that anyone can come up with a theory. If it's not, that's why it's called a theory, because it's not factual. But yes, more like an observation. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I do agree with most of that. There's I don't know, I've heard someone. Well, yes, and it's very difficult to prove that. Since we cannot get even to the age of this universe, I don't know how we'll even look going out of this and getting into another universe. We know. I mean, it makes perfect sense to the universe that we live in that there's different dimensions, but I don't know about universes. That's probably one of the most difficult things to prove, I imagine. I read one of my favorite books actually. It's called Stephen Hawking's and God by John Lennox. If you read it, it's basically analyzing some of the last books of Stephen Hawking's and errors in his books. It's very interesting. I highly recommend it. It's called Stephen Hawking's and God. It's a roughly around 100 pages book. It's a little book. Anyone can read it. But it's very interesting. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite books actually. But astrophysics, astronomy in general are fascinating subjects. I wish I knew more. I wish I read more. The difficulties I have already. Yes, I mean, yeah, I mean, Einstein has done some great work and advanced a lot the work in astrophysics and physics in general. And I see all kinds of scientists trying to prove those theories. I mean, those facts that he showed in his calculations, try to prove them wrong and try to make a name of themselves, of these new scientists now, by proving him wrong. And yeah, but yeah, so I'm not very knowledgeable on this subject. I just find it fascinating. Why do they reject Einstein's relativity? This is one fascinating subject, but if you guys want to discuss about anything else, feel free to ask in the chat. Any other subject, academic subject, any topics, any news that you read, you came across that got your attention, any complaints you might have, any things that you're not happy with, if you feel isolated, if you feel depressed or you want to talk about anything, let us know in the chat. Okay, I see. But when it said it could be seen as stationary, was it like being observed, or because most things are in motion in space, aren't they? Okay, I'll admit that's a bit beyond me. But I really wish I knew more. I wish I was more knowledgeable. I was interested. um, yeah, no, I've got that. I've got that. I was interested when I got into astronomy too. This is in my own world, very limited world and understanding of mine. I was trying to know what to find out what determines gravity on my planet, and if there's other components or any other thing that any factors that play a major role. But as you'll expect, it's the mass of the object. I know it's very little thing comparing to what you're into, science, but yeah, it's my little childish mind trying to explore. astronomy. What else have you read? Um, any other theories that you find interesting? Any other articles you came across and you learned something new, or you thought it was controversial, maybe? Yes, and that could be true. I wish I knew what they based, how did they test it, how did they came to that conclusion. I, yeah, I don't know if it's infinite. I mean, I wish I knew. I wish I was at that level where I can test things like that. Sorry. Um, but I don't know, some people think of the universe as a dome, maybe, as a closed space. That's probably the same people who believe in the M theory. It's very, very difficult to test something like that, isn't it? Here's something interesting. What about flat earthers? I mean, they have some strong points that they present. I would believe so. Yes, I mean, well, there's laws that we have on our planet, and there's laws in space and the rest of the universe. So I imagine on most planets is going to be different laws of physics, different gravity, of course. Um, but I will imagine it's going to be different on it's not it's going to be different set of laws. And as far as I'm aware, I think we found another three or four, even more than five. I forgot the name of the other planets that are inhabitable and similar to our planet. Oh, okay, I think they're studying about that exact thing at CERN, isn't it? Okay, so well, I don't know. Well, it's moving because even in space there's some type of gravity, and planets move in their own cycle or motion. They have their own gravity, the way they spin around other celestial objects. Yeah, that's interesting. What do you think? What do you mean trying to find dark matter? Because you can create dark matter, but you cannot create light, isn't it? So I'm not very knowledgeable. If so, if this conversation is not stimulating enough, I mean, is not. I'm not really that aware, or I haven't read much on this subject. Okay. Okay, see, but it was a few years ago. I don't remember when they were trying at CERN to recreate the conditions that were when the Big Bang happened, and they're trying to look into the God particles, weren't they? I haven't really continued to read on that, what happened after that, and what were the results of those experiments. Yes, like I said earlier, this is the thing, we can explain the movement of Milky Way and other um, celestial objects. It's just that we don't understand why they move the way they move, or what's the reason that they even exist, or anything like that. Those are probably like big questions to answer. It's like a grandma baking a cake. We can look at the cake, we can analyze it, they can check the ingredients on it, you can taste it, but you never know why she baked it. Yes, you can try. Not even sure if you can do that, because I haven't really checked the settings on those kind of limitations. Yeah, I'll have to use Google Translate. But what is it about? Okay, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's see it. Hope he's going to appear in the chat. I don't. It's probably an extension of your browser that does that, isn't it? And just to let you know, I will be streaming for another 5 minutes maximum. I'm very, very happy that you guys came in today and we had a conversation. It's been amazing. I've never had this many viewers. I'm very happy that we had such a nice time today. And we can definitely continue these discussions next time. Maybe tomorrow around the same hour, probably. Not sure if you guys have any plans for this weekend. Of course, there's limitations to things they can do because of the mad situation outside. Nope, no link yet. Not sure if you passed it or not. I'm gonna have to close the stream soon, maybe in a minute or two. But if you have anything to discuss, like any conversations you want to have or discuss about anything, we can do that for the next 1 or 2 minutes. Or if you want to say something quick or brighten up people's days. No, no link yet. Yes. Yeah, of course. Make sure you follow and get notification next time when I go live, and have an amazing rest of the evening and weekend if you're not coming in next time. And I'm very happy that you guys came in today. I appreciate that a lot. Hope you enjoyed your stay, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye bye. Bye bye.